another quick note on that one for those of you that heard it. We forgot to mention it, but Ron, who produced the album with us, also threw in some Wurlitzer keyboard on that to add a couple other layers of texture, you know, like just like we did with the electric guitar. And interesting thing about that is they had this Wurlitzer piano in the studio that they'd never used for any other recording. Because every time they hooked it up and everything, it just never worked right. It just didn't, you know, nobody liked it. And it happened to work for this album. So you heard it on repeat. I think it's also going to be on the song Me. Yeah, it was just fun to have that little extra piece added in there. A public Selkow announcement. Before the end of the night, our manager Dee would like everybody to stick around for individual photo shoots with the band on the stage so that we can post those things on the website. If anybody has any questions about that public Selkow announcement, the Dee's sitting right there.
I also just wanted to point out that Ben pretty much did all of his vocals in one take. So, I mean, it's true.
Well, the only reason why it was a problem is because you got to understand something. You know how it gets really loud? She dances away. I had to.
You had to get it right, exactly right.
3 times. No, it took 3 takes to do it. It had to be good takes 3 times so he can pan left, pan right, and pan center. One center and manipulate the sound. So it had to be 3 perfect takes. But I didn't always have perfect takes, so the time involved. And every time they did a backup vocal, it had to be 3 tracks or 2 tracks so he can pan left and pan right. So they had to have their harmonics to it, and that's really what it takes for a project, that quality. This is the next one on the album. It's called Prize is Love. Behold the portrait of tortured persons. Behind the curtains the hurt just worsens. Behold emotions below the surface like exploding oceans, controlling the earth's spin. We are the boys and the girls, being destroyed by the noise of the world. You are the oysters, we are the pearls, and the more you annoy us at night, so we swirl. So please don't look surprised, we don't need your lies, we know we'll survive, we no love's a prize. We know the purpose of pain and sorrow. You say we're worthless, we say you're hollow. Go ahead, desert us, we'll train like Zorro. Ride through the desert and make you follow. We are the voice for the loneliest kids. Nothing silences like loneliness. Nothing's quite as lonely as the world's abyss. We don't know if there's hope, but we hope there is. So please, don't look surprised. We don't need your lies. We know we'll survive. We know love's a prize. Hey kids, you got 1,000 minutes on your new cell phone, 1,000 downloads for some cool ringtones, 1,000 cool friends to pretend they're home. You still feel alone in your broken home, cause your mom works nights and your dad works days. The late night fights make you hate sun rays. You hope they might go their separate ways. Money's so tight that everybody just stays. I know how you feel, I was raised the same. Bruising the hill till my savior came. We all have to deal with those father's names. Is a shield from our father's shame. Can be found, but it's all inside. So rise up to the sound of your falling pride. You fall down to the ground, cause it's time we cry for every child whose life cried, lived and died. Love. Yeah, for love. Got these rails, we can't stop riding. Got these nails, we can't stop fighting. We've got these tails, We can't stop writing, or else we will go in hiding. The revolution is so exciting. It doesn't have a name, but still deciding. We're birds of a feather, we won't stop gliding. As long as we're together, we will not stop fighting. Please, no surprise, please. Don't need your lies, we know we'll survive. We know love surprise. Our confidence lies in our courage to rise from the hurt and the lies of our cursed lives. We look to the sky, we try to rise, and we won't compromise till we've got the prize with love. Thanks. So really not too much to explain about that song. It's just pretty much an anthem for kids that are just completely being ruined today from the speed of everything. And I actually was inspired by a little friend of mine. Some people know him, so I won't really say who he is, but he's had a really horrific upbringing. You know, he's had murders in his family, and he's very, very alone. But he was inspiration to me because he had the courage to rise above that. And even with like friends that do bad, and you know, and the constant like media frenzy that gets into his head and everything and tries to manipulate him, he still has a good sense of what's right and wrong, and he plows forward. This kid is an amazing kid. So it just inspired the song. And then basically the song was like this 3-verse normal song with hooks, and the D actually was like, it's good, but it's not Selkow. So when I went to California in November, my mission was not to enjoy myself. My mission, he said, was to come up with a rap part for that had to be done. I'm just kidding, by the way. He wanted me to enjoy myself so I can write the rap part better. And that rap part, you know, I know how you feel. I was raised the same. I'm telling you, it just, once I got I just basically wrote down, what's the worst things could ever happen? Oh, I'll just write down what I hate about my childhood. You know, I just wrote down stuff. Actually, it accidentally rhymed. I didn't even try to make it rhyme. I didn't manipulate it at all. And we came back, and Dee looked at it, and he was like, that's it. So it really worked with the song. We just changed some hooks around a little bit and make it a little more radio friendly, and that's pretty much it for the writing process.
Yeah, I mean, everything else in terms of the production, it was the same stuff we've already gone through with Repeat, but this one we actually sat down and we had a couple of really key ideas that we wanted to put into this with the electric guitar. And so Matt, the same thing he did for Repeat, did sort of his one-take Jake thing with it, except we did that in the rehearsal studio. And we took all of Matt's creativity and everything that he sort of initially saw in the electric guitar, and we really laid into how do we strip this down, how do we make this part fit exactly with what this type of song is. And yeah, other than that, everything else was just the same sort of carry through.
Yeah, basically they just took all my favorite ideas and tossed them.
You know, basically Mike took all Matt's favorite ideas and tossed them. Let's just get it right. And I was like, Mike, it's pretty good though, right? So I've got to fight for Matt.
It's hard to play for these guys sometimes.
Well, so, you guys want to hear it? You done?
Yeah.